Annyeonghaseyo for all my Korean friends out there. My name is Denise and you are watching on YouTube and listening on Spotify or Anchor to my podcast show, That K-Pop Talk, where I talk about Korean music, particularly my music of love of choice, which is K-pop, K-indie, and K-rap. Okay, so we have a lot to get into today and let's get started, okay? Okay, so last week, we know that our beloved Jin from BTS finally enlisted and went into the military. And the other 6 members did show up, and Hype was there to record all 6 members seeing Jin off into the military. And I must say it was very heartfelt. I remember when I was watching, I was really observing each member on how they were reacting. And to me, this is just my opinion. I may be wrong, but again, this is my opinion. I thought that Jin Jungkook, as we know as JK or Cookie, took it the hardest, right? And I think he took it the hardest because he's the youngest member. Does that make sense? So if I'm the youngest and the oldest member, I'll put it this way. So like, say for instance, if they're siblings and the youngest sibling saw the oldest sibling go away to college, they would take it in a certain way that the middle children wouldn't, because that's the one who they probably looked up to closest to a parent figure than any other of the other siblings, right? So I think JK, Cookie, Jun Jungkook, whatever you want to call them in your personal life, the other members probably took it just a little bit better. Not saying that they wasn't grieving. I believe each and every one of them were grieving. But if you look at Cookie, JK, Jungkook, if you look at him, his eyes was sort of watering up and he kept his hat down the whole time. Like, you really could not see his face the whole time. And if you watch that video, and y'all know me by now, I'm going to have the link below in the description box on my YouTube. If you look at the video, you'll notice that he was the one who talked the least. He was the one who really wasn't saying anything. So to me, in my opinion, I think he took it very, very, very hard. RM, on the other hand, the leader of the group, whether he was really hurting or not, he remained strong for the rest of the members, because he is the leader. So he had a very strong presence about him, saying that, we support Jin and we are here for him and we are soon to follow, which is a segue into my next topic is Suga. Now, let me tell y'all, I told you guys last week what was going on with Suga. Your boy Min Young-gi is going to serve in a social servant agent capacity, meaning he's going to serve in an alternate capacity than Jin is serving, right? And I explained last week that it's because of his shoulder injury. But you remember I said he had 2 shoulder injuries and I didn't know which shoulder injury was the one that they actually put on record as being the injury that would disqualify him from serving in the regular capacity. And we found out it was from his 2020 not surgery, but his 2020 injury in which he tore his labrum of his shoulder. So that was the disqualifying injury that resulted in him serving in this social servant agent capacity. Now, I must say though, that with Suga going in, another resource or another source had said that he had prolonged his military service until December 31st of 2023. Now, I'm going to let you know that all of them had prolonged their military enlistment, right? It wasn't just Suga. It was Jin, it was RM, it was all of them. They all prolonged their military enlistment. This was nothing new. So they made it seem like Suga just did this. They've all prolonged this. I just want to make sure you guys have that clear. You can't believe everything that you read. We always will reference Big Hit. Big Hit is BTS's record label under Hype, and they're the ones who will have the final say-so as to when they're going to enlist and when they will let us know. That's why I'm telling y'all need to be getting that Weverse app. That Weverse app will tell you everything you need to know. We could all speculate. We could all, give these assumptions. But until you hear it from them on that Weverse app or public announcement from them, it's all hearsay. You know what I'm saying? Speaking of hearsay, I do, however, have my theories in what I feel will be the order of BTS. Okay, so just hear me out, and we're going to see if I end up being right or not. Okay, so we have Jin going in, right? He turned 30. He had to have been the one to go first because he turned 30 very quickly, which was in December. So he had to go in by the end of this year. Okay, so we go in the order in which people are the oldest to youngest. As we know, Jungkook is the youngest, but Suga is the second oldest, and he will be turning 30 in March, right? So if he turns 30 in March, then the order that BTS will be going in, to me, will be the order of their birth dates. Just hear me out. If it wasn't that way, if it was in the order of projects being done, then J-Hope would have gone in already. J-Hope performed and had done all his solo work back in July. I believe that's when he released it because their fest was in June. When he released Jack in a Box, he released that in the summer. So if that was the case, he would have gone in first. But he did not go in. As a matter of fact, we'll get to this later. Your boy's going to be performing here in America in December for New Year's Eve. So we'll get to that in a minute. But my theory is it will be in the order in which they were born. I may be wrong, but it's mighty interesting how soon as Jin went into the military, then all of a sudden that same day, I get reports that Suga is going to go into the social service agent capacity. Now that is very interesting because we wasn't hearing anything about Suga until Jin went in, and all of a sudden here's Suga name popping up. So I think that is going to be the case. I do know Jimin is already working on music. So, and we already have Hobie already completing his stuff. He's doing his performances. Suga has his talk show, which I'm trying to figure out, why isn't anybody talking about the talk show? I mean, he had RM. RM was his very first person he had on his talk show. So is RM going to be the first and only person? Like, is this the once in a lifetime thing? Suga, let us know. Like, is this a talk show you're going to be doing until you go in? Or are you just doing that for that one time with RM? Let us know, Suga, because we want to know the tea so we can continue to support you. Okay, so moving on from that, let's go to J-Hope because that segue is about J-Hope. So J-Hope is supposed to be performing at Dick Clark's Rockin' New Year's Eve in New York at Times Square on December 31st. And I have the details here. So he is going to be performing 3 songs. Supposedly 3 songs are, Equal Sign from his Jack in the Box album. And then he's going to perform one of his first hits that got him on the map here in America, which is Chicken Noodle Soup with Becky G. So my question is Becky G going to make a pop-up performance? You remember last time he performed this song, Chicken Noodle Soup, Becky G did make a pop-up performance, and that was at where? Lollapalooza in Chicago. Becky G did make a pop-up performance. So she may be there for New Year's Eve. Who knows? Okay, so besides Equal Sign and Chicken Noodle Soup, the third one is going to be the BTS song Butter, and this would be the holiday remix version. So I'm interested to see how it's going to sound. I do know what the holiday remix version sounds like because that's on Spotify. And so I do listen to that remix version. I do wonder how he's going to perform it without the other members. During Lollapalooza, he did perform a song without the other members, and he did just fine. So I think he'll be fine. I know he'll probably miss the other 6 members being on that stage with them. But you know, we in America will give him so much love and so much support that will help comfort him while he's doing his performances here. So let's go out and support. If you are in the New York area and you are ARMY and you are into K-pop, go support J-Hope. And if you can fly to New York for Times Square, rocking New Year's Eve of Dick Clark's, hey, have at it and go support your boy J-Hope. Because if I could be there, I would. I'm going to be supporting him right here, though, from the K-pop Lounge, watching him on live stream. So I'm so excited to have him here. Welcome, Hobie. When you finally get here, welcome back to USA. We're happy to have you. Okay, so it will be on at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Now I'm in LA, so I am Pacific Standard Time. So if you are in LA, it'll be 5 p.m. LA time, 8 p.m. New York time. I think that's when it starts. I don't know when exactly he's going to go up, but that is when it comes on. And then in Korea, I haven't forgotten about you, everyone in Korea. It comes on at 1 p.m. No, sorry. It comes on January 1st. Comes on January 1st because you guys are ahead of us in time. So 10 a.m. Korea Standard Time. 10 a.m. on January 1st, Korean Standard Time. So I hope I didn't confuse you guys when I said the first. So it'll be January 1st. 31st here at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and 10 a.m. Korea Standard Time on January 1st. Okay, there we go on that. I also wanted to let people know that J-Hope is also performing at the Golden Disc Awards on January 7th. And I was like, what is the Golden Disc Awards? It's the award show in Thailand. I'm not too familiar with the award shows in Thailand, but that is where he's going to be performing. So good for you, J-Hope. You getting your stuff out there. Like you and RM, you guys are on a roll right now. You know that you both are on a roll right now. So I am so happy that we are supporting them and they're staying busy and they're keeping us, paying attention with new content. And it's so refreshing to see them, coming out with solo projects that really embodies their individual personalities. And I really do like seeing that. Okay, speaking of individual personalities, your girls, New Jeans. Oh my goodness. They came out kicking butt, taking names on this new release of theirs. So you remember last week I was going over December releases and I was talking about New Jeans and how they had their teaser out. Well, child, let me tell you. I watched their new release Ditto, which came out on the 19th. And I'm sorry, y'all, unless you guys can tell me in the description box of another artist that has done this, I've never seen an artist release a side A and a side B of 2 trailers in one day. That really blew my mind. And then I accidentally watched side B first. And when I read other people's reactions, they also watched side B first and then side A. And to be honest with you, if you haven't seen Ditto yet, you need to see side B first. It will make so much sense if you see B first and then A. If you watch A first and then B, it's really not going to make much sense, and you're going to have to go back and watch A again after you see B. So watch B first and then go back and watch A. There are a lot of theories out there about who the girl with the camera is and who New Jeans, the rest of the members, are. So some people think they're ghosts. Some people think the girl with the camera's a ghost. Some people think that it means the song's directly towards us, the fans. And there's a lot of other morbid type details about maybe she was depressed and maybe she was seeing things and she wanted friends. I don't know. What are your thoughts? When I heard New Jeans explain the video for themselves, they personally said it was about us, the fans, and them. So I don't know if maybe all these other things are underlying in the video that they haven't talked about. What are your thoughts? Let me know. And if you don't want to put in the comments, you can always email me at thatkpoptalk@gmail.com. Don't forget that. That's my little shameless plug for my email of communication if you guys want to email me. So I love it. I'm loving that video. And you know what? It's on my Spotify under that playlist I was telling you about, K1. They already added it, and let me tell you, I cannot stop playing that song, especially the beginning goes, ooh, 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 ooh. I cannot stop saying that. I feel like I'm a wolf doing that, So, but New Jeans, you knocked it out the box. Very, very creative. Coming out with 2 videos, a side A and a side B. Hey, no one else has thought of that so far. So hats off to you guys for doing that. The beat is very catchy. The more I play it, the more I like it. I must say though, when I heard Stay in the Middle, when you sing that part, it sort of remind me of Aaliyah, work the middle. Work the middle. It sort of reminded me of that. Not saying that it sounds just like that. It just reminded me of Aaliyah. So it gave me that vibe. You know what I'm saying? It's a good thing, not a bad thing. It's a good thing. It gave me that vibe. So, I was able to, groove to it. So I think New Jeans just has a very bright future ahead of them. I know I keep talking about them, but trust me, this group is not going anywhere. I know they had the little issues in the very beginning when they came out with I think it was the third song, the third song, Cookie, and people was trying to say it was about something else. Well, if it is, you guys, it's no worse than what our American songs sound like. I mean, these teenagers sing far worse stuff on far worse topics than what New Jeans is singing about. So you guys, give them a break. I'm serious. Give them a break. They are so talented. They are so beautiful. They are so charming, and they are just, they just have a good future ahead of them. They really do. And I love the way they dance, because someone was mentioning that their dance is like, sort of like you do it, like a 2-step, like you just very cool. You're not too intricate in your movements. You just chilling. And that's how they dance. So, and a lot of people I see try to mimic their dancing. So they must be catching on to a lot of people. So they're not going anywhere. We might as well get used to them. New Jeans, hats off to you. And I look forward to seeing more of your work. Speaking of more of their work, they are coming out with another title track or another song. Because I don't know if it's a title track. I think it is. But they're coming out with another song in January called OMG. So curious as to what that is as well. So, all right, moving on. Okay. This one right here is something I also talked about last week. So you guys need to start watching my podcast, because I'll be giving y'all nuggets before everybody else know. You remember I was telling you about Triple S's subunit group called Acid Angels from Asia. Let me make sure I got that right. Acid Angels from Asia. So they had disbanded because Madhouse said that they did not sell 100,000 units. And because there wasn't 100,000 units, they were serious and they disbanded them, right? Well, not all is lost because Triple S is now putting them into another subunit or subgroup, and the group has not been named. But what we do know is there are 10 members, but only 9 members have been named. The 10th member, she knows who she is, but we don't know who she is. And she was so overwhelmed, she started crying. So whoever you are, I am happy for you. Congratulations. But they have not announced who this 10th member is. So they made the announcement about this 10-member group on November 26th. So congratulations. And you know what? There's an old saying, what the devil meant for harm, God means for good. So you know what? I guess, even though they got disbanded, look what happened. They got into another group, another subunit group within the same organization. And hey, this one may take off. But I still think Generation, that song Generation, they still play it. It's a good song, you guys. I have it linked in my if you go back to my second video, that link is in there of Generation. You listen to the song, you be the judge. I think the song is catchy. I really do like that song. So, there's that. Okay, so another person who has a teaser of his video coming out. I'm very curious as to what this video is going to sound like, but we got a whiff of it. Is your boy from 17, none other than Vernon. Yes, yes, yes. Vernon, your boy, is coming out with a solo mixtape, and we are all here for it. It's called Black Eye. And he has 2 teasers, teaser 1 and teaser 2. And both of them sound like it's sort of like a rock song. Like he has a little edge in it. So we'll see. We'll see. I mean, I haven't heard the song. The song does drop on December 23rd, right before Christmas. So speaking of Christmas, we're going to get into some Christmas songs. So hold on. Okay. And you guys, last but not least on the K-pop news. Now, this may just be me, and it may be because I've only been into K-pop for 2 years, but I did not know what SKZ was. You remember last week? On last week's podcast, I was talking about the December releases, and when I got to Stray Kids, I said that it was an SKZ replay. Well, what that is SKZ meant Stray Kids. That was an acronym for Stray Kids. That's my fault. I should have known that. But what the word replay means is they're taking an original song and they're mixing it into another version of that song. So, SKZ is the remix of a song that they put out a couple years ago called Family. And that was the Japanese version, where they just released the Korean version of Family, quote unquote fam. And it came out, and let me tell you, I'm here for that one too. Like I was bumping that. Let me tell you, when you go to the K-on K-on channel on Spotify, the first thing that is going to pop up is going to be Fam, the Korean version from Stray Kids, and then second is Ditto, and then third is going to be NCT Dream Candy. And let me tell you, this channel, they are on it. They are on all the jams, all the new releases coming out. And then fourth is Minho. But you remember he released The Chase, or not The Chase, it's called Chase. They're all like right there. As soon as they come out, this channel just puts it on there. But anyway, so yeah, let me tell you, I love that song. And I did not know that song was a song from a couple years back. And now they just made the, why did y'all take so long, Stray Kids, to make a to make a Korean version if you had the Japanese version? Normally, you know, the K-pop groups would make Japanese to Korean or Korean to Japanese within a couple months of each other. In Hypen, I noticed in Hypen, they do that. Their turnaround is pretty quick. And so is TXT. Their turnaround's pretty quick to make it from Korean to Japanese and vice versa. But with I guess Stray Kids just wanted to wait a couple years, but hey, I'm here for it because I love the song. So there's that. So now let's get into the Christmas releases for December for this year, 2022. And last week's episode, when I was talking about all the different releases for December, over half of them were Christmas releases. So we're going to go over these releases in case you want to put a playlist together for this weekend, because as we all know, Christmas is coming up on Sunday, or for your Hanukkah or for your Kwanzaa, whatever you are celebrating. I will have the music for you, trust me, because everything I talk about, every artist I talk about, every song I talk about will be linked below, or it's linked from the previous episode because I've already talked about it. Okay, so SM Entertainment, they have a winter SM town called SMCU Palace Highlight Melody. Did you get that? It's called SMCU Palace Highlight Melody 2022 Winter SM Town. I know it's a lot, but I'll have the link below in the description box on my YouTube. So that, I didn't recognize any of the members, but I assume they're artists with S&M Town, because the main members that I know of, they have their own individual releases, such as Red Velvet and aespa. They have the Beautiful Christmas. You remember that's finally released, and I was telling you about that from the last episode. That video is so beautiful. Those girls, those two groups, they blend very well together, and they work and sound very well together. Their voices harmonize very well together. So that's when you can add to your list Beautiful Christmas from Red Velvet and aespa. Okay, NCT Dream. You remember I didn't know if Candy was a Christmas song or not. It's a Christmas song, but it's a little bit different because it's candy based. Does that make sense? So I didn't see a lot of Christmas trees or snow or anything like that. It was more along the lines of winter candy, you know. So I hope that makes sense. So if you want to watch that video, it will be in my description box. It is a remake of a classic by the group of the classic by Hot. So if you go back and look at the original, I haven't seen the original, so I don't know what the original looks like, so I can't compare it. But that is what I was told. This is, you know, NCT Dream's Candy is a remake, of the classic by Hot. Okay, so another one that you can add to your list too is New Jeans. Not New Jeans. They have a holiday special, but they're not singing. But they look real cute. So I'll put the link below because it's a cute little story. At the end, they fly away in this red old convertible, and it's so cute. Okay, but one thing I do like is the video from ITZY on Cheshire. They do a Christmas version dance practice. I think it's real cute. They dressed up as Santa Claus hats, and they wore red with the red shorts, and it's real cute. It still sounds the same to me. You know, their latest release, Cheshire, but they're just dressed up. And it's like I said, it's a dance practice, Christmas version dance practice of that song. So I guess you wouldn't add it to your list. I guess you could, but it's really technically not a Christmas song now, come to think of it. But the video is cute because the video's, you know, it's Christmas-like. Okay, My Ray. I'm hoping I'm pronouncing his name right, this boy group's name right. If not, I am so sorry. I just butchered your name. It's either My Ray or Mirae, Mirae. Their video is called Snow Prince. The whole video is in all white. They even dressed in all white. And I'm not really familiar with this particular K-pop group, but I do like the music video, and I do love the song. So it's a very nice laid back Christmas song, and hats off to you guys for doing it. So if you want to check that out, you already know, link is going to be below. Okay, so this one right here really means a lot, because I think this particular group to me, when they interviewed them, and I saw them in an interview, and they were talking about, they're actually on the news. It was KBS World News, I believe it was. No, it wasn't. It wasn't KBS World News. It was actually Good Morning America. Believe it or not, in the United States, here it was on Good Morning America. They had showcased this group, Super Junior. Their Christmas song, Celebrate, to me is like one of the best Christmas songs of this year for K-pop. I'm just going to put it out there. And I'm not too familiar with Super Junior, but what I do know is that when they interviewed them, and the topic of Good Morning America was K-pop groups going into the military, can they sustain their fandom base while they're all going in the military? Because of course, everybody's looking at BTS. But what people don't know is Super Junior, all these K-pop groups before BTS had to go through this. This is nothing new. And so they interviewed this K-pop group called Super Junior. Again, I'm not too familiar with them, but I am now. And they told the reporter that it took them 10 years. 10 years for the group to come back together, and this is their Christmas song since they've been back together. And let me tell you, I saw the video, and I'm like, you know what, Super Junior, I am here for you. I am here for you. And I love the song. So again, I put the link in the description box. You guys need to listen to that song. It's so good. It's so good. Okay, so Super Junior, I want to see some work from you guys. I want some new releases, some new songs, so I can see what you sound like. And I'm going to also go back and listen to your older work. I haven't had time, but I am going to listen to their older work, because 10 years before they got back together. Wow. That's to be commended. And their fan base really didn't go anywhere. So if you're that good, I need to be listening to see why your fan base stuck around. You guys, I may be stuttering a little bit, because look, I'm going to show y'all something real quick before I continue. This is what I had. This is some good sake right here. So, speaking of sake, I'm going to do a little break and take a little sip. Oh, yes. I am into the Christmas spirit early, because post-COVID, you guys, I know we're not totally out of COVID, but you know what? We're not on lockdown like we were 2 years ago. So that's something to celebrate right around this time of year. Okay, let's get back to the podcast, okay? And I hope you guys have some sake, some soju, whatever it is you have to drink while you're listening to this and watching this. I hope you guys are comfortable and having fun and are with loved ones around this time. And if not, I pray that you are finding some type of peace and comfort and happiness around this time. Okay, that's my little sidebar. Back to my podcast. Now, I went over some Christmas releases that are current, that came out in 2022. But there are some Christmas releases that came out prior to 2022 in the K-pop scene that I love. And y'all know where I'm going. BTS. Whew. So when I was researching their Christmas songs, there was one channel. It wasn't their channel, but there was somebody who actually put out 14 actual Christmas songs. Not songs that could have been Christmas songs that really weren't. And they put their little jingle bell, sleigh sound in it. No. These were actually 14 Christmas songs that BTS has done. And the link will be below. I can't remember the YouTube channel, but I do know it's called the BTS Christmas Song Playlist 2022. And that link will be below. It's consisting of 14 songs. And oh, I lied about that. There are 4 songs out of the 14 that are not actual Christmas, songs, but they put that little twist on it. That's Life Goes On. There's a Christmas version of that. Microcosmos, there's a Christmas version of that. Euphoria, there's a Christmas version of that. And Dynamite, there's a holiday version of that. And then another one I like that's not on there, but I'm going to put that link below as well, is Butter, the holiday remix. And that is the one I believe I said that J-Hope is going to perform at, is it Butter that he's going to perform? Did I say Butter? Let me look. Yep, Butter. So he's going to perform Butter. So, but I do have the video when BTS had performed it. So I'm going to put that link below as well. I really, really do like that holiday remix. And then Blackpink had this video that I found of them singing Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. And also they sang Last Christmas. And it was so cute. It was the 4 of them. They had on Santa Claus-like outfits. I don't know if they were at a concert or if this was like a mini concert. You know how they do the mini concerts with like maybe just a small number of people and they film it and then they put it on the YouTube. So I wasn't sure if it was one of those. I'm pretty sure it was a concert though. But they sounded so cute. And they filmed that one I think a couple years ago. But I'm putting that link down there too because I know there's a lot of Blackpink fans who want to have a Christmas song from them as well. So there's that. Okay, you guys, this was going to be sort of short this week because it is Christmas, it is Hanukkah, and Kwanzaa's coming up. And I do know that, this is the time to really reflect at the end of the year. So I didn't want to keep you guys too long on this particular podcast. But I will tell you next week, it will also be sort of a short podcast as well. But what we're going to cover are the highlights of 2022. You guys know BTS is going to be a huge part of that. And also that competition show and team that had come out and the merging of Scooter Braun with America being incorporated into Hybe. So I wanted to go over that and what's next for Hybe. And as we all know, Hybe is the parent company over BTS. Now Ariana Grande, Justin Bieber, ENHYPEN, 17, Blackpink. Is it Blackpink too? Someone let me know. Is Blackpink part of Hybe or not? I think they are though. And TXT. You guys, is some countless others. I think Zico's part of it. So you guys, I'll let you know the future of Hybe. And of course, I'm going to put that down there too in the next episode. I'll give you the links on all that because a lot of things are coming up with BTS trickling into the military that Hybe wants you to know about. Okay, and then I'm going to talk about that. I'm also going to talk about who should we be looking for in 2023. Who do you think is going to be the breakout group in 2023? I'm going to have my predictions and why I'm having those predictions next week as well. And also, I'm going to have other groundbreaking K-pop news. You guys, trust me, I get the news. Sometimes I get it before the general public gets it. And it's amazing, just like the Suga thing, just like when he was doing the social service agent thing, just like some other things that I just mentioned during this podcast that I knew that if you guys were, tuning in, you'll be privy to earlier and then you'll be like, oh, I already knew that. So just, tune in to my podcast or watch my YouTube, click like, and most importantly, share and subscribe to my channel. I am trying to grow my channel. This is my shameless plug to reach out to you guys because I want you to become part of that K-pop talk community. And this is, I think, my third podcast now. I'm still nervous when I do this because this is all new to me, that I have to talk to this camera and this microphone for anywhere between 30 minutes to an hour. So I am still getting used to this. But I thank you for those who have joined my YouTube and for those who have joined me. Oh yeah, follow me on Instagram and Twitter too as well. So you choose your social media platform because I'm on Instagram, I'm on Twitter, I'm on TikTok even, and I'm on YouTube. So, follow me, click like, subscribe to any of those media platforms that you like going to. But my podcast is only going to be on YouTube, Anchor, and Spotify. What's it? Spotify. So, once again, my name is Denise. Have a happy holiday weekend. I will see you next Thursday at 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Until then, be blessed, be safe, most importantly, be happy and be you. And you all know it's about that K-pop talk. So I'll see you next week, okay? Bye.